everyone, so we're back for part 9, and this is about how my mum told me to put my dog to sleep after she had one epileptic seizure. So my dog, Little White Staffy, was in recovery from MMP surgery. It was a couple of weeks after that. I still to this day think something to do with the anaesthetic caused these seizures, but she had a seizure at about 11:30 at night. So what I decided to do was, of course, ring the vets, who advised me there's not much they can do, keep her comfortable. If she has another 2 seizures in the night, bring her in and they can give her medication to stabilise her. Now, I of course immediately rang my mum. Now the reason for this is because she recently, a couple of months back, my childhood dog Gypsy had passed away, and she was suffering from seizures as she passed. Now Gypsy, I mean, it was quite obvious she was having strokes. There was major organ failure, quite a lot going on, and it was actually me that went round there and said, look, I know she's urinating on herself, but you can't leave the dog in just a simple plastic bed with her head hanging over it, not walking, weeing herself, and only being given a towel to sleep on for comfort just because you don't want to be replacing her in nice bedding each day. She's suffering, put her to sleep. My mum's reply was, every time I mention it to your brother, it upsets him, and I can't be having him upset because I need him working, and he's doing his degree at the moment, he's finishing it off, so I can't upset him. Anyway, I kicked off. I'll admit I did kick off, and said, for the sake of the animal, please, I beg you, put her to sleep. And they did put her to sleep that day. So anyway, the first thing my mum said once Gypsy was put to sleep was, I can't believe I spent so much money on anal diazepam, blah blah, once she passed away. So she was upset at the fact she'd just paid a vet's bill. Now, due to this vet's bill of anal diazepam, I knew that my mum had medication on site for seizures. So I've obviously rang her 11:30 at night and got her down the phone, quite nasty, because obviously at this time she's had a wine, with I've had a drink, what do you want, why are you ringing me, I'm off to bed. So I told her, you know, look, he's had a seizure, is there any chance of me coming and grabbing that anal diazepam off you at this time of night? For God's sake, Kirsty, couldn't you call me earlier? Well, no, because she's only just had it. Should take her to the vet. I said, well, the vets have said that unless she has more, there's nothing they can do, so I'd rather get this in her now, or have it just in case she has another. Anyway, I got absolutely nowhere. All I got was, cheers for reminding me about Gypsy. I've only just started to get over the fact that I was forced to put her to sleep, even though the dog's obviously dying. And now I've got to go to bed, I'm gonna have a sleepless night. Thank you very much. I had a lovely night watching the TV and you ruined it. Well, at the end of the day, you should be able to rely on your parents. If they've got something to help you with an animal, you should be able to ring them at any time of day for an emergency, whether it be 11 o'clock at night or 3 o'clock in the morning. But clearly that wasn't the case with my mum. Instead, I got told, once a Staffy, because obviously both the dogs are Staffies, once the Staffy starts down this route, there's only one way it ends, so just stop her suffering and just get her to the vets and get her put to sleep. I don't want to hear that she's still alive in the morning. I mean, I just started crying. I don't think she's got what Gypsy's got. She's only 8. She's healthy. She's not got distended stomach. There's been no other symptoms. I mean, Gypsy got seizures towards the end. There was a lot of symptoms. I just got cut short, told I'm going to fucking bed, and that I need to do the right thing. Now, I didn't do what she claimed as the right thing and put my dog to sleep immediately, just so that I could live the same upset that she'd gone through with Gypsy, even though losing Gypsy also upset me. We did fall out over this for quite a few months because I had reminded her of Gypsy and put her through stress. So as a narcissist always does, she's victimised herself in this situation, but all my focus at the time was on my dog Lucky. So Lucky did have another seizure, but by this point I managed to obtain some diazepam tablets, which I spoke to the vets about, and on the phone they said if you do have them in tablet form, then get them in her, and they worked. So she settled for the night, took her to the vets the next day, and they just said, look, there's nothing wrong with this dog, we're not signing her off for a brain MRI, this is just a waste of money. We'll hope that it's just a one-off, and we'll keep an eye on her, and if she has another seizure in the next month, then we'll look at medicating her. She did 3 weeks later, and she started medication. as I say, she was 8 at the time, she's now almost 10, and she's officially diagnosed with idiopathic epilepsy. So she is on daily medications, and she does have the odd slip up every few months, and sometimes you have to adjust the meds, and you just work with it, you know. But at the end of the day, my dog didn't need putting to sleep. And if I'd done what my mum had done when she broke me down and left me in tears after I just witnessed my perfectly healthy dog have a full-on seizure, I'd be left with a casket. So yeah, what I think we need to take from this story is it doesn't matter what the situation is. You know, if your daughter's in need, granddaughter's in need, family members in need, narcissists don't care. Somehow my dog having a seizure out the blue reminded her of her dog that had been put to sleep, and instead of sympathising with the situation, it turned her into a victim where all sympathy had to be on her. Now she was upset. Not me dealing with it, her. She was now upset, and that was it. We weren't going to talk for the next 2 months, all because I had asked for some anal diazepam to try and help my dog. So what you learn from this is, as I say, they will always make themselves the victim in all situations to make you feel guilty and sympathise towards them. You just got to walk away from it, guys. I wish I had. I mean, this is towards the end before things started to get absolutely ridiculous. So this happened probably just before part 1 of my series. So yeah, as I say, look after yourself. Part 10 will be out soon. Sorry the stories are getting a little bit more upsetting as they go along, but I've got hundreds to tell, and it's just, I'm just here to make you guys aware of what they will do and how low they will stoop to upset you.